Have you ever caught yourself saying, why do I always end up attracting the same kind of people? Maybe it's that one toxic friend who just drains all your energy, or a partner who's emotionally distant but a pro at sending mixed signals. It's almost as if the universe has a go-to playlist for your relationships, and it's stuck on loop. Well, Carl Jung just pulled up a chair to explain what's really going on. According to Jung, the people you attract aren't just showing up at random. They're reflections, a mirror, of something deeper inside you. Spoiler, the problem may not only be them, but don't worry. This isn't about pointing fingers. It's about gaining clarity. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll not only get why this happens, but also how to finally break the pattern. And hey, you might even laugh a bit along the way. So let's head down the Jungian rabbit hole. The law of attraction, but make it shadowy. Let's discuss the law of attraction, but not the sparkly version where thinking positively can land you a free trip to Bali. Jung's take was much deeper and more unsettling. He believed you don't attract what you want. You attract what you hide. Enter the shadow. Think of it as the psychological junk drawer, where you toss all the things about yourself you'd rather not deal with. Your shadow is that part of you that never gets invited to the dinner party. It's where fear, insecurity, and old trauma quietly hang out beneath the surface. But here's the twist. Your shadow isn't just sitting back quietly. It's more like a casting director on overdrive, bringing in people who reflect your inner, unresolved issues. And the universe, or more accurately, your unconscious mind, doesn't do this to punish you. It's trying to wake you up. That toxic friend, they're not just random bad luck. They're a megaphone for your blurred boundaries. That emotionally unavailable partner, they're revealing your fear of deep connection. Jung believed this wasn't just psychology, it was universal law. The world around you mirrors the energy you hold within. Your inner wounds are like Wi-Fi signals, constantly transmitting, attracting people on the same emotional frequency. The good news? Just recognizing the pattern is your first step to breaking it. When you bring your shadow into the light, it stops pulling the strings. The law of attraction, it's not a curse. It's a trail of breadcrumbs, leading you back to you. The relationship mirror, not exactly Instagram friendly. Now picture this. Every person you draw into your life is like a walking, talking mirror. Not the airbrushed, glowing kind. Think more. Harsh lighting in a department store changing room. This is how Jung saw relationships. They don't just happen to you, they happen for you, whether you like it or not. According to him, the people you attract reflect parts of yourself you've ignored, rejected, or flat out denied. Let's say you're someone who avoids conflict to keep the peace, even if it means ignoring your own needs. Who will you attract? Someone more than happy to walk all over those boundaries, forcing you to see what you've been avoiding. But don't freak out. This doesn't doom you to a lifetime of messy relationships. It just means the universe has a wicked sense of humor. Every annoying person you meet, they're like sticky notes from your subconscious saying, hey, here's a thing you need to look at. And that's where the growth kicks in. When you start seeing these people as messengers instead of mistakes, you start to take back the power. The mirror may show you some harsh truths, but it also gives you the chance to heal. You're not stuck with the same reflection forever. Clean the glass, adjust the lighting, maybe even smile. Because in the end, the mirror doesn't judge, it simply reveals. And when you start paying attention, you'll realize something wild. Every difficult person was secretly pushing you toward your evolution. Shadow dancing, why you attract your opposite, here comes the twist, straight out of a Netflix plot. You don't just attract people like you. You attract the ones who reflect what you are not. It's like your shadow matched with its opposite on a dating app. Jung called this the anima-animus dynamic, a cosmic balance of opposites within us. It's like your inner yin and yang acting as matchmakers. Let's break it down. If you see yourself as nurturing and kind, you might find yourself with someone cold and self-involved. Why? Because they stir up the parts of you that you've buried, like your own right to speak up, to demand respect. Your subconscious says, oh, you hate confrontation? Perfect. Here's someone who lives for it. Opposites don't just attract, they activate. That impatient coworker, they're here to show you patience. The partner who avoids feelings, they're your mirror for vulnerability you haven't embraced. According to Jung, these opposites are not mistakes. They're growth opportunities dressed as emotional challenges. You're meant to confront the parts of you that you've long labeled, not me. Uncomfortable? Yes. But that's where transformation begins. When you start seeing your opposites as teachers, not tormentors, everything shifts. That distant partner, a reminder to show up for yourself. That controlling friend, an invitation to finally say no. Here's the golden insight. Opposites aren't here to hurt you. They're here to complete you. And once you integrate those parts, you stop attracting people who force the lesson. You're no longer shadow dancing. You're finally leading the dance. Emotional déjà vu, breaking the cycle. Ever feel like you're reliving the same relationship with different faces? You meet someone new, but 6 months later, it's the same toxic dynamic as before. Your ex, your boss, maybe even a parent. Copy, paste, repeat. That's not bad luck. That's Carl Jung tapping you on the shoulder whispering, unfinished business. He believed our relationships tend to replay emotional patterns from our past, especially the ones we haven't fully understood or healed. It's like life offers you a second chance, but you keep picking the same co-star. Why? Because your unconscious loves familiarity, even if it's unhealthy. If you grew up with emotionally unavailable caregivers, your mind learned to link love with distance. So when you meet someone who's emotionally cold, your subconscious goes, this feels like home. Here's the tough love. These cycles don't break by themselves. To stop the replay, you've got to dig deep. Ask the uncomfortable questions. Why do I keep choosing this kind of person? What am I still avoiding within myself? Spoiler, the answers won't always be pretty. But once you spot the pattern, you can rewrite the script. Instead of reaching for love that feels familiar, you can reach for love that feels safe. Jung would say, this goes beyond romance. It's about healing the roots, not just trimming the branches. And when you finally do that, you stop attracting people who press on your wounds because the wounds are no longer there. And maybe, just maybe, you'll look back, laugh, and say, wow, I really dodged some cosmic bullets. The shadow test, is it them or is it you? Let's be real. We've all done it. Blame someone else. Thought, they're the issue. But Jung would pause and ask, are they the issue or are they revealing something in you? Welcome to the ultimate psychological plot twist. Sometimes the traits we can't stand in others are the ones we secretly carry ourselves. Jung called it projection. It's like wearing VR goggles that beam your internal issues onto everyone around you. It works like this. You pride yourself on being selfless. Then someone shows up, blunt, assertive, even selfish, and you instantly judge them. But deep down, you're reacting to a part of you that's craving to be more assertive too. A part you've locked away to maintain your nice image. Here's the kicker. The people who trigger us most are often our greatest teachers. That annoying coworker, they're holding up a mirror. That overconfident sibling, they're reflecting a side of you that's waiting to be expressed. Jung believed this was the fast track to self-awareness, because once you realize that your reaction says more about you than the other person, you stop blaming and start healing. And the reward? Freedom. Freedom from your triggers. Freedom from repeating patterns. Because when you stop projecting, you start attracting people who match the real, healed you. So next time someone gets under your skin, ask yourself, is it them or is it me? Chances are it's a little bit of both. The mirror, the shadow, and you. So why do you keep attracting the same kind of people? Because life isn't about running from the shadow. It's about learning to understand it. Jung's wisdom reminds us, every relationship is a chance to discover you. So next time you're caught in a familiar pattern, pause, take a step back, laugh at the absurdity of it all, and ask, what is this trying to teach me? Chances are, the moment you start asking that question, the answers and the people start to change. Are you ready to embrace your shadow, to learn from your triggers, to finally attract the relationships you deserve? Then hit that subscribe button and let's grow together. See you in the next one.